Life can sometimes reveal a harsh truth. Not everyone around us has good intentions. Imagine trusting someone, sharing moments, only to discover they thrive on causing harm and chaos. It's unsettling, isn't it? Today on Virtual Stoic, we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and deeply important, recognizing the signs of truly toxic individuals. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, or even a family member, some people hide their harmful nature behind charm and charisma, making them difficult to spot. But understanding these behaviors isn't just about curiosity, it's about transformation. The Stoics emphasize the power of perception and the importance of living a life rooted in reason and virtue. By learning to identify these destructive traits, we can protect our peace of mind, stay true to our values, and nurture healthier relationships. Stick with us as we uncover 5 unmistakable signs of an evil person. By the end of this video, you'll not only be able to recognize these behaviors, but also gain practical strategies to safeguard your mental health and well-being. And if you find this valuable, do us a simple favor. Hit that subscribe button and don't miss a second. We've got a special bonus section waiting just for you. Sign number 1. When dealing with individuals who seem charming and charismatic, it's essential to remember that appearances can be deceiving. Such people have a knack for lighting up a room, making everyone feel special and valued. At first, they might come across as witty, engaging, and genuinely interested in your life, someone who seems perfect. But as the Stoics teach, we must look beyond the surface, using rational thought and careful observation to discern the truth. Over time, you may start to notice cracks in their facade. Perhaps they always need to be the center of attention, overshadowing others. They might interrupt conversations, talk over people, or subtly put others down in social settings. These behaviors are not merely quirks. They are red flags that the person's charm is a tool for manipulation rather than a reflection of genuine character. Imagine attending a party where this person captivates everyone with jokes and stories. Initially, it feels exciting to be around them. But as the evening progresses, you realize they dominate every conversation, redirecting discussions back to themselves whenever others try to share. This is where the Stoic principle of apatheia, staying emotionally balanced and undisturbed by external things, becomes invaluable. By maintaining a clear mind, you can see past their charm and recognize their self-centered nature. A critical moment comes when things don't go their way. A kind and virtuous person handles disappointments with grace. But someone with harmful intentions might lash out, manipulate the situation, or become defensive. These reactions reveal a lack of virtuous character, something Marcus Aurelius warned about. Anger and manipulation are signs of irrationality, and they betray the true nature of such individuals. The Stoics believed in the power of observation. Epictetus advised evaluating someone's character over time, not rushing to judgment based on first impressions. Take note of how this person treats others, especially in unguarded moments. True character is revealed when no one is watching or when there is nothing to gain. If someone seems too good to be true, give yourself the space to assess their actions. Pay attention to how they react to challenges and how they treat others. The Stoic principle of wisdom reminds us to rely on discernment rather than be swayed by superficial appearances. By staying grounded, mindful, and true to Stoic virtues, you can protect yourself from those who use charm for manipulation. Wisdom and discernment will guide you through these complex social interactions, helping you identify those who lack empathy, compassion, and virtue. Protect your peace of mind and trust in your ability to see the truth. Sign number 2. A lack of empathy is one of the most telling signs of an individual with harmful intentions. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is the foundation of meaningful relationships and community. However, some people lack this essential human quality, leading to behaviors that can be damaging and destructive to those around them. Imagine sharing a personal achievement with someone, hoping for their support or joy. Instead of celebrating with you, they might downplay your success, take credit for it, or even undermine your accomplishment entirely. This lack of emotional connection can leave you feeling invalidated and unsupported. It's not just in personal relationships either. Consider a boss who shows no regard for their employees' well-being, demanding long hours without proper recognition or care, and using criticism to humiliate rather than guide. Such actions create toxic environments that strip people of their confidence and peace of mind. The Stoics would advise maintaining your inner peace and integrity in these situations, recognizing that another's lack of empathy is a reflection of their character, not yours. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized kindness and justice as key virtues, reminding us to ensure that our actions reflect inner virtue, regardless of the negativity we encounter. But a lack of empathy often goes deeper than everyday insensitivity. It can manifest in cruelty, deceit, and a complete disregard for others' well-being. People who lack empathy may lie, cheat, or harm without guilt or remorse. Their disconnection from fundamental values like justice and compassion signals a serious flaw in character. On a smaller scale, this behavior shows up in everyday interactions. Someone might interrupt conversations, disregard others' contributions, or fail to offer help when needed. While these moments might seem trivial at first, they form a pattern that reveals their true nature. The Stoics teach us to observe and discern such behaviors without judgment clouded by emotion. These signs, though small, are valuable indicators of a person's character. When faced with someone who consistently lacks empathy, setting boundaries becomes essential. Protecting your emotional and mental health should be a priority. The Stoics emphasize the importance of guarding your peace and not allowing others' negativity to disturb your well-being. Distancing yourself from those who drain your energy and disrupt your peace is not only a right but a necessary step in living virtuously. Empathy isn't just about understanding others. It's about creating genuine connections and fostering mutual respect. When someone lacks this quality, their actions often reveal their underlying intent. By staying true to your Stoic principles of wisdom, observation, and self-control, you can navigate these challenges while protecting your peace and integrity. Sign number 3. Manipulation and control are hallmark traits of individuals with harmful intentions, and they often manifest in ways designed to dominate, isolate, or diminish the autonomy of others. The Stoics, who valued personal freedom, autonomy, and the clarity of rational thought, would recognize such behaviors as deeply opposed to a virtuous and harmonious life. One common tactic of manipulation is isolation. A manipulative person might work to separate you from your support network, including friends and family, to make you more dependent on them. They could say things like, "Your friends don't really care about you," or "Your family doesn't understand you like I do." By cutting you off from those who could provide emotional support, they gain greater control over your thoughts and actions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of maintaining strong, healthy relationships and thriving within a supportive community. Isolation goes against this principle, leaving you more vulnerable and disconnected. Financial manipulation is another form of control that can be particularly insidious. A manipulative partner might take charge of all financial matters, leaving you dependent on them for money. They might borrow money with no intention of repaying it, or insist on handling all finances, making you seek permission for even the smallest expenses. This kind of control can severely limit your independence and make it difficult to leave a toxic relationship. For the Stoics, financial independence and self-sufficiency were essential virtues, as they allowed individuals to maintain their autonomy and resist external control. Recognizing manipulation and control often requires stepping back and observing patterns. Does this person consistently prioritize their needs over yours? Do they make you feel guilty for setting boundaries or unsure of your own perceptions? Do they seek to dominate aspects of your life, isolate you from others, or diminish your autonomy? The Stoics taught the importance of discernment and rational thought, seeing things as they truly are, unclouded by emotion. One of the most glaring signs of a controlling individual is their tendency to disguise their behavior as concern or care. For instance, a friend might insist on always deciding where to go or what to do, justifying their actions by saying, "I know what's best for us." Over time, you might notice that your preferences and opinions are consistently ignored. Similarly, in relationships, a partner might monitor your whereabouts, demand constant updates, or dictate who you can and cannot see. This can escalate to invasive behaviors like checking your messages, requiring access to your accounts, or micromanaging your every move. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, would view these actions as violations of personal freedom and autonomy. They remind us that while we cannot control others' behavior, we can control how we respond. Protecting your inner peace and maintaining your autonomy are critical in dealing with such situations. Finally, controlling individuals often use emotional manipulation to exert their dominance. They might guilt-trip you by saying things like, "If you really cared about me, you'd do this," or portray themselves as victims to gain your sympathy and compliance. These tactics are designed to erode your confidence and make you feel obligated to meet their demands. The Stoics would encourage setting firm boundaries and standing resolutely by them, as well as recognizing the limits of your control. By staying grounded in your values and maintaining clarity of thought, you can protect yourself from manipulation and regain control over your life. Remember, true virtue and self-worth come from within, not from the fleeting approval or control of others. The Stoic principles of wisdom, self-control, and autonomy offer powerful tools to navigate these challenging dynamics and reclaim your inner peace. Sign number 4. Pathological lying is one of the clearest indicators of a harmful person. Unlike occasional white lies, pathological lying is a constant and pervasive behavior, rooted in manipulation and self-interest. The Stoics, who deeply valued truth and integrity, would view this behavior as fundamentally opposed to a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living in harmony with nature, which includes aligning oneself with truth and reason. Pathological lying, by contrast, creates a false reality that undermines trust and stability in relationships. Pathological liars deceive for various reasons: to gain power, manipulate situations, or elevate their own status. Initially, their lies may seem harmless, such as embellishing stories to appear more interesting. Over time, however, these lies can escalate into covering up serious wrongdoings, fabricating achievements, or spreading falsehoods about others to gain sympathy or undermine competitors. In professional settings, pathological liars can create a toxic environment. They may lie about their qualifications, exaggerate their contributions to projects, or sabotage colleagues by spreading false rumors. This undermines trust, breeds resentment, and destabilizes the workplace. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, would advise focusing on what is within your control, your own honesty and integrity, while not letting others' dishonesty disrupt your inner peace. In personal relationships, pathological lying can be even more damaging. Imagine being with someone who constantly lies about their past, whereabouts, or intentions. This behavior creates confusion, anxiety, and mistrust, eroding the foundation of the relationship. Over time, you may begin to doubt your own perceptions, which is precisely what the liar intends. They thrive on creating instability, keeping you off balance so they can maintain control. The Stoics would remind us to trust our instincts and judgment. Seneca taught that true peace comes from within, and that we should not allow the deceit of others to disturb our inner tranquility. Observing a liar's reactions can also reveal their true nature. When confronted, do they become defensive, aggressive, or attempt to manipulate the situation further? These reactions often expose their unwillingness to accept accountability. One of the most insidious aspects of pathological lying is its subtlety. Pathological liars can be highly convincing, mixing truth with falsehoods, and presenting their lies with confidence and detail. This makes it difficult to discern what is real. Here, the Stoic principle of vigilance becomes essential. By staying observant, critical, and seeking evidence, you can begin to unravel the web of deceit. If you identify someone as a pathological liar, it's crucial to set boundaries to protect yourself. The Stoics would counsel against becoming entangled in their lies. Focus on what you can control, your own actions and how you respond to the situation. Seek clarity, rely on evidence, and stay grounded in your values. Ultimately, the Stoics teach that living a virtuous life means embracing truth and rejecting falsehood. By adhering to this principle, you can navigate relationships with pathological liars while maintaining your inner peace and integrity. Sign number 5. Setting boundaries is an essential skill when dealing with harmful or toxic behaviors. Without clear boundaries, toxic individuals can infringe on your mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. The Stoics, who emphasized maintaining personal integrity and inner peace, viewed boundary setting as crucial for preserving a virtuous and tranquil life. Boundary setting is not about being harsh or unkind, but about respecting yourself and ensuring that others respect you as well. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, believed in the importance of self-respect and living in harmony with one's true nature. By establishing boundaries, you protect yourself while fostering healthier interactions with others. Clarity is the cornerstone of effective boundaries. Be specific about what behaviors you will not tolerate and communicate this assertively. For example, if a friend frequently belittles you, you might say, "I value our friendship, but I won't tolerate being spoken to disrespectfully. If this continues, I'll need to distance myself." Asterisk. This direct approach leaves no room for misinterpretation and aligns with Stoic principles, which advocate for maintaining order and respect in relationships. Consistency is equally important. Setting a boundary once is not enough. You must consistently enforce it, even when it feels uncomfortable. The Stoics valued discipline and perseverance, and this extends to upholding your boundaries. By doing so, you demonstrate self-respect and teach others how to treat you. If someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, it is a clear indication that they do not respect you or your limits. In such cases, reassessing the relationship may be necessary. It's also essential to recognize that some people might react negatively to your boundaries, especially if they are used to overstepping them. They might accuse you of being selfish or unreasonable. The Stoics would advise staying calm and grounded, focusing on what you can control, your own actions and responses, while not being swayed by others' opinions or emotions. In addition to verbal boundaries, actions are often necessary to enforce them. For example, if someone continues to disregard your boundaries despite clear communication, you might need to limit your interactions with them or remove yourself from the situation entirely. The Stoics believed in taking decisive action when necessary to protect one's inner peace and integrity. Finally, remember that setting boundaries is not just about keeping toxic behaviors at bay, but also about creating space for positive, respectful relationships. The Stoics valued strong, honest connections built on mutual respect and understanding. By setting and enforcing boundaries, you pave the way for healthier relationships while safeguarding your own well-being. In summary, boundary setting is a vital tool for maintaining peace and integrity when faced with harmful behaviors. The Stoics teach us to approach this practice with clarity, consistency, and discipline, ensuring that we remain true to our values while fostering a life of virtue and tranquility. See you soon. Setting boundaries is an ongoing journey, not a one-time decision. As relationships evolve, it's important to adjust your boundaries to protect your well-being. For instance, in a professional setting, you might need to establish limits around your time and workload to avoid burnout. You could tell a colleague or supervisor, "I'm happy to contribute to this project, but I cannot take on additional tasks beyond my current responsibilities." The Stoics would encourage us to find balance in our duties and not to overextend ourselves to the point of self-neglect. One of the toughest aspects of boundary setting is the pushback you might face. Individuals, especially those with controlling or manipulative tendencies, may not be pleased with your newfound assertiveness. Their reactions might include anger, guilt-tripping, or attempts to undermine your confidence. The Stoics advise us to remain calm and unwavering in the face of such opposition. Marcus Aurelius taught the value of maintaining composure and not being swayed by the negative emotions of others. When confronted with resistance, remind yourself that your boundaries are necessary for your well-being. In some cases, setting boundaries may require you to make difficult decisions, such as distancing yourself from certain individuals or ending relationships that are toxic or damaging. While this can be painful, it's essential for your mental and emotional health. The Stoics remind us that our primary responsibility is to our own virtue and well-being. Seneca often emphasized the importance of choosing our associations wisely, as the company we keep greatly influences our character and happiness. By distancing yourself from those who persistently violate your boundaries, you are making a statement about your self-worth and your commitment to living a virtuous life. Seeking support from others can also make a huge difference in boundary setting. Whether it's through conversations with trusted friends, family, or a therapist, talking about your experiences and gaining input from others can provide valuable perspective and strengthen your resolve. The Stoics valued community and the support of like-minded individuals. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of mutual support. Leaning on your support network can give you the strength to uphold your boundaries and maintain your well-being. Additionally, practicing self-care is essential when establishing and maintaining boundaries. Taking time for yourself, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and prioritizing your physical and mental health are all crucial. The Stoics recognize that self-care is the foundation for a virtuous life. Epictetus, for example, emphasized the importance of caring for our own well-being so that we can be of service to others and fulfill our responsibilities effectively. By prioritizing self-care, you reinforce the idea that your well-being is valuable and worthy of protection. Remember, setting boundaries is a form of self-respect and self-love. It's about recognizing your own worth and refusing to allow others to diminish it. The Stoics teach us that our value is not determined by external factors but by our actions and integrity. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you align yourself with these principles and foster a life of peace, virtue, and resilience. Your peace and integrity are worth protecting, no matter who tries to undermine them. Setting boundaries is not merely a defense mechanism, it's a declaration of your self-worth and a commitment to living a virtuous life. Thank you for being here today, and for being part of Virtual Stoics. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out some of the other suggested videos on the screen for more insights. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep living your truth.